Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 6 of What If Naruto Got His Memories Sealed Away. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto pushed himself to his limit, and enjoy that guys. And later on, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was born in the Uzumaki clan, so stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And I posted a new episode of What If Naruto is a Otsutsuki King, so go ahead and enjoy that guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, Naruto faced off against Neji and Choji, as neither of them were a match for him. Well, Choji didn't push himself by taking the pills, as his father told him not to, so he just gave up. As Sasuke was the last one to come in, as all of his spectators were cheering on Sasuke. Naruto was going to end this quickly, but he realized a part of him wanting to brutalize Sasuke. So that is exactly what Naruto did, as everyone watching horror. As Kakashi wanted to stop this, but Tsunade told him to sit down. Because Naruto wouldn't try to kill Sasuke, and if Sasuke tried to kill Naruto, Sasuke would probably end up in the hospital. As Naruto beating Sasuke's face. As everyone watched, as they realized their precious Uchiha was getting totally beaten out there. As Naruto treated him like a little kid, till a point where the curse mark take over Sasuke. As Anko was about to stop it, but Naruto backhanded Sasuke away, and told Anko that he will take care of it. Sasuke created a Shidori and rushed forwards. As him and Naruto met, the both of them then separated, Naruto sheathing his blade. Sasuke's arm was ripped open, blood spraying everywhere as he collapsed on the ground, passed out from blood loss as the medics quickly take him away. As the entire thing was over, as Naruto was bombarded with questions after that, as Asuma and the authors want to know, how did he learn elemental manipulation? As Naruto didn't want to tell him anything, he didn't tell them that he even knew about the seal that Sasuke had. Some time passed after that as Naruto was called to Hokage's tower. Everyone was looking at him, but he saw some of the Jonins and the Chonins looking at him with a new form of respect because of what he did, showing that he was the strongest in his peers. Naruto was brought to Hokage's tower. When he got there, he decided to take the mission with his Sand siblings, as he was supposed to get the scroll from the Sand, signifying the treaty as Tsunade already signed her part. As Naruto went off the Sand siblings on the way they taught there, as Temari and Kankuro were surprised that Naruto had the 9-tailed fox inside him. As Naruto told them, but he told him not to tell anyone, saying that it's a S-rank secret, or he would probably come and hunt them down and kill them. The way he said that, they didn't know if he was joking or not. Some time passed at Konoha, as Tsunade called Kakashi and Sakura. Naruto would no longer be a part of Team 7. After what happened, there would just be more malice in the team. As Sakura quickly went to Sasuke's defense, but Kakashi quieted her, as he told her that ability that Sasuke used, it was supposed to kill Naruto. In all regards, Naruto could have killed him as well, seeing that Naruto could simply slice his throat with his wind affinity, but Naruto didn't. Naruto spared his life, so he must be grateful that Naruto didn't kill him. As Tsunade told them that they will get a replacement, but from now on Naruto is not a part of Team 7, as Kakashi simply nodded in approval, as he knew it would work out. With Naruto defeating Sasuke like that, and Naruto becoming Chunin, it would just make it worse. The rivalry will grow to a point where they want to kill each other. So yeah guys, that was basically the last point left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? Back on the trail to the Sand, it was nightfall as Naruto halted progress. for them to rest, while sending out a clone to gather some fish as Naruto started to boil the water and some few instant ramen cups. Hey, why not? As all of them sit around the fire and ate until finished the meal. So Naruto said, "What happened to your sensei? The guy with the veil on his face." "We didn't kill him, did we?" Naruto asked. Tamar shook her head. Baki sensei returned to the stand after the invasion had failed. He was the one that found out our fault. The Kazekage was killed before the invasion even happened, she said. Naruto looked at Kankuro and Gaara to see that neither of them have much emotions about what happened. "So what happened, if you don't mind me asking?" he said. As Kankuro was the one to answer him, Orochimaru infiltrated our village, and he has been masquerading as a Kazekage for quite some while before the invasion. Naruto threw his ramen cup aside. "Damn it, I knew about the invasion. I knew about the plan for Gaara and everything. For years now." Kankuro scoffed at that. "Well then, if you did, why didn't you stop it or something?" As Naruto simply grinned. "That's another secret that is even deeper than the Kyuubi thing. I would say that it's the reason why I end up a loud mouth." "I can't thank you enough, Gaara, for snapping me out of it," Naruto said. "Why thank me, Uzumaki? I tried to kill you and destroy your village. I don't understand," Gaara said. "But you didn't really kill me or destroy anything, did you?" Naruto said. "You actually did something great. You gave me back my fighting IQ. That's why I'm grateful. I mean, if you didn't do that, who knows what I might have ended up. Besides, did you even see me beforehand? I was..." Naruto shivered thinking about those thoughts. It gave me the creep just thinking about how dumb I was sometimes. As Kankuro and Temari laughed. Temari was curious though. "You say that you're a host like Gaara. Well, how were you treated? Gaara had assassins after him since he was 6 years old." "Well, it was kind of like him, minus the assassination for the most part," Naruto said. "People just treated me like crap until I up and disappeared for a while, out of the public light. When I got older, nothing really changed. Just now I'm just starting to get some respect in Konoha," he said. "How did you take it?" Gaara asked. "Well, I had a few ways. First of all, like I said, I just stayed out of public. Another reason, I was always busy. When I was a kid, I always had something to do to occupy my time. The last reason is, some people actually start to treat me like a real person. That is a big reason why. Being acknowledged for being you is a really powerful thing," Naruto said, looking up at the moon. "When the people around you are just happy that you're alive, that is the most wonderfulest thing," Naruto said. "Guys like me and Gaara can relate to that." Naruto's sweat dropped as he realized all of them were giving him their attention, but he had nothing more to say. As he then stood up, "Well, you all can get some sleep. I'll stay up and keep watch first." Gaara blocked Naruto's way with his sand. "Uzumaki, I will keep watch for the night. I cannot sleep anyway, so it's inconvenient to me." "Sure thing, Gaara," Naruto said. "That means a lot. Alright then, I'm gonna go drain the lizard before I get some sleep. I'll be back in a flash," he said. As Gaara started to walk away from the camp. As Temari and Kankuro were stunned. "Did Gaara just volunteer for night watch?" asked Kankuro. As Temari was watching the direction that Naruto went off in. "I think it has something to do with that Naruto guy. Gaara has been like this ever since he fought him, remember?" As that made her even more curious about the blonde Konoha ninja, who somehow calmed Gaara. The next few days was uneventful, as, except for some few dumb bandits think it was a good idea to attack a group of ninjas, as they let Gaara let off some steam, as he simply annihilate them with his sand. As they traveled, they kept up the same routine as usual, Naruto trying to engage them in conversations to get to know them better. With Kankuro, that little incident that they had before tuning exams, he let that slide as they start over. It didn't really take long for them to start hitting it off, as Kankuro had a dry amusement, picking with Naruto rash and the way he behaved and talked. It was a perfect match. Naruto also flirts shamelessly with Temari. At first, he simply answered her questions about how he lived, what he did, his missions and all that, and he just asked her about her life as well. But that then quickly turned to him being extremely close to her, and telling her how beautiful she is at random time, and telling her that he wanted to take her to some place called Ichiraku Ramen when she returned back to Konoha. She tried to swing at him a few times with her fan, but he simply dodged and told her that he likes strong girls. Kankuro got a few laughs after that, right until Temari realized that she can hit Kankuro with her fan. Naruto even got Gaara to speak most of the time. He usually compared Biju to Gaara, and he bitched to Kurama telling him why can't he has a cool defense like Gaara has. Anyway, the point is he was getting close to them. The fact that he didn't rub it in their face that he defeated them, it was extremely well. And now they were getting extremely close as they were in the desert. Oh my god! I mean really, why the hell would you guys live here? This is ridiculous, he said, as he turned to see all of them smirking at him. I bet you're loving this, aren't you? Yeah, said Kankuro. Definitely, you can run through 3 teams of genin like a hot knife through a butter. But a little heat, you can't take that. Watch it, makeup boy. I'm really pissed in this stupid heat. Kankuro growled at him. It's not makeup, it's war paint. War paint that you steal from your super hot sister, Naruto said. Yeah, said Kankuro, war paint that I steal from my super hot sister. No, wait. I take that back. What? That you steal makeup from your super hot sister. Or, that is makeup. Both, and my sister isn't hot, he said. As Kankuro felt a glare behind him. Damn you kid, he said. Naruto chuckled as he saved Kankuro from his fate. Yo, Temari-chan, how close to the sand are we? Temari lowered her glare from Gaara as she looked over to the leader of the makeshift squad. We should be right on top of the village any minute now. Right when they reached the top of a sand dune, they saw the massive structure of the village. As Naruto made them take the lead right now because fighting some sand ninjas who misunderstand the situation, he was probably going to kill them. Because his heat is still pissing him off. As he arrived at the village, he noticed the guards glaring at him. Woohoo, he said. You think I can't glare back, he told them, as he just stared back at them with an intense glare. As they led him into the city. The first thing we should do, said Kankuro, is let Baki-sensei know that we're back. I'll go find him. You can go with Temari and Gaara to our house. Until I get sensei. Naruto shrugged. Currently, there was no Kazekage, so he couldn't just go to his office and give him the peace treaty thing. And the council wasn't just going to be called at the drop of a hat if it wasn't some sort of emergency. So waiting would be cool. So, he was led to the house, as he saw many people looking at him, seeing a Konoha ninja here. He didn't pay them any mind, he just decided to watch Temari from behind. Well, Jiraiya did teach him something useful. If you get caught staring at a woman, don't look away, like you weren't looking. Just give them direct eye contact. Letting her know that you were looking, just didn't let her know what exactly you were looking at. And, being an expert in espionage, under Danzo, Naruto had a killer poker face. Temari could tell that he was looking, but every time she turned back to look at him to call him a pervert, he just looked directly into her eyes, as it made her rather flustered under his serious gaze. But on no hand was Naruto a pervert, he just had a healthy respect for the female condition. He was a growing young man like anyone else, so what? Eventually that came to an end as Naruto arrived at the house, and by house he mean big ass mansion. Naruto whistled as he walked through the gates and looked at the massive structure. It was the same color as all the other buildings, but it was giant. This is your house? You guys have a big ass house. Temari smirked as they made their way inside. We are the children of the 4th Kazekage. Where do you think we live? Come on, and let's find you a room. As they went inside, wait, I thought I would end up getting a hotel or something, Naruto said. Uzumaki, I insist that you stay here. I won't accept anything else, said Gaara. And with that, Gaara walked off, leaving Temari and Naruto in the hall alone. Did he just try to be nice and tell me that he was cool with me staying here? In his own way, Naruto asked. Temari nodded as she kept on leading him down the hall. Why, Naruto said. It's because of what you did. I think he likes talking to you. It didn't really happen much after he met you. Really, he has spoken to you more than he spoke to anyone else in this village. I'm okay with you staying here too, I guess, she said. Why, Naruto said. I did get you all captured and all that stuff, you know. It was your job. I'm just glad that you didn't kill us or anything. It was an invasion after all, she said. I would never, Naruto said. Killing such a beautiful thing like you. It would be madness for me to get over it after the deed was done. As Naruto ducked a swing of her fan. As she just kept on walking, but he saw there was a small blush on her face. But she honestly wasn't used to being flirted with at all. The entire time before this, everyone was too afraid of Gaara to get close to her. And out of the blue, here comes this kid who did it. And he doesn't fear Gaara because he already beat Gaara before. She had to admit it was nice for a boy like that to talk about her like that. And he wasn't that bad looking. After ditching the orange jumpsuit, he was far better looking, and a scar, it made him look cool. They came in front of a door as Tamar opened it for him. This will be your room for your stay. Naruto spun around the room. Wow, this is my room? This is probably as big as my damn apartment, he said. Does this room have its own bathroom? What the hell do you guys do with all this space? Tamar had a smile on her face. We're rich, so anything we want would be your answer for your question. As Naruto started to set his things down, the rest of us are down by the hall if you need anything. Our rooms are not hard to find, she said. Okay, I guess I'll just go to sleep tonight and worry about other things in the morning, like the scrolls and all that. As Naruto went to the bathroom and started to splash his face with water. Alright, good night then, Naruto. Good night, Tamar-chan. He yelled out from the bathroom. As the sound of her leaving and shutting the door, Naruto wiped off his face as he plopped down on the bed. As Tamar reached down the hall, she had a giggle. Oh my god, this bed is so soft. This mission is awesome, he said. The next day, Naruto met up with his Sand Council. As it was strange, they showed him so much respect. Well, he was an ambassador after all. After that meeting where he had to listen to a lot of old people, Baki told him that he wouldn't have listened to any more long sessions like that again. Him and Baki and Tamar and Kankuro at the training ground. As Tamar was obliterating everything with her fan. You want me to what? Naruto said. I want you to fight me, so come on. You against me? Really? Why would you want to fight me? Naruto asked. She huffed as she walked up to him. She poked him on the chest a couple of times. I saw you using wind chakra back at Konoha. I use them too, so I want to see which one of us is better, me or you. As Naruto looked at the others for help, but Baki and Kankuro were looking everywhere else except for at him. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Tamar-chan, I'm not the one for a spar. When I usually spar people, they get hurt, and my jutsus aren't the probing type. I only have 2 jutsu right now that probably won't kill you. What? You think I can't take it? Alright now, we're definitely fighting. Get ready, Naruto, she said. Naruto sighed. Alright then, someone call this, he said. As Baki walked forward, the fight will end when I say it, or whether someone surrenders. Ready? The both of them nodded. Begin! As Tamar sent a massive wind burst towards him with her fan, as Naruto quickly leaped out of the way and landed, pulling his sword. He dashed towards her. Tamar swung her fan one more time. Naruto applied chakra to his feet as he pumped into the ground. As he leaped over attack, he then slid back down as he clashed against her fan. Tamar tried to push him back. What the hell? Why are you so strong? She said. Maybe because it's more useful than being weak, he said. As Naruto then sheathed his sword and grabbed her fan with one hand, Tamar was taken aback when he swung her away as she released her grip off it. As she slid away a bit, she picked up herself, seeing Naruto holding onto her fan. You want to give up? I'm really not in a fighting mood right now, he said. Stop underestimating me, she said as she dashed forward and tried hand-to-hand combat. As Naruto simply slapped away her hand, as he started to defend himself, seeing that he didn't want to hurt her, as he threw her fan aside. As Tamar was getting pissed, as she couldn't even land one blow on him, she quickly flipped back over to her fan as she picked it up. Now, what are you gonna do? She said as she opened it. Naruto pointed at her fan. You're going to be dead in like 5 seconds, just so you know. She saw a slow burning, explosive note. She quickly threw her fan away. The moment she turned her head, she was on the ground, her back pressed against it, a kuna at her throat. What? She said, looking into Naruto's eyes, who was above her. Baki announced Naruto the winner, as Naruto helped her up. It was a dud, she said, as her fan was completely fine. Well yeah, did you really think I was going to blow you up and your fan for just a spar? She lowered her head. You completely destroyed me. I never had a chance. She clenched her fists. I'm weaker than I thought I was. It's not that you're weak, Naruto said. It's just, I'm not a genin. Hell, I'm not even a chunin. You're chunin level from what I saw in the exams. But I'm a hard guy to fight. Kankuro patted Tamar on his shoulder. I told you it wasn't a good idea to fight him. Why do you think I didn't fight him, he said. Oh, I don't know. Because you're a lazy bastard, she said. No, this guy beat Gaara, so we don't have a chance anyway. Well, at least not now. I would have tried, but I know there wouldn't be a chance for me to defeat him. This is why I didn't want to spar, Naruto said. No matter how I handle it, I was going to hurt your feelings and I didn't want to do that. And I liked hanging out with you guys. The idea of me hanging out with Jonins and adults. It doesn't really do a lot for me. So I don't want to squash everyone in my age group to make them feel inferior. Even holding back, I do something like that, he said, pointing at the training ground. I'll get my stuff out tonight. And get a hotel somewhere. My business should be done here within a week. See ya, he said, and with that he flashed away. Roughly 30 minutes later, Baki and Kankuro shook their heads as Naruto was about to leave, but Temari grabbed him by his shirt as she pulled him straight in the room. She brought him straight upstairs and threw him right in his room. Any reason why you drag me like you're a battle fan? You're not leaving like that just because of a simple spar. You were just pissed off about me about the fight and you still want me here, Naruto asked. Yeah, I was kind of mad, but I just lost. Poorly, she said. What? Was I supposed to be happy that you kicked my ass? That's not a reason to kick you out, that would be petty. Especially since I was the one that made you fight. But you did humiliate me out there, and you owe me for that. Humiliate you? Who else saw it but your team and me? Her eyes softened as he noticed that. You owe me. You, me. You're taking me out tonight. Nothing big. Just to get something to eat, but you'll be paying. But it's not a date, she said, as she left the room. A smile came on Naruto's face. Now that's my kind of girl. I kick her ass and she wants to date me because of it. That night, the both of them went out to a simple diner, nothing expensive or anything, as the both of them spent the night talking about their ninja life. Temari had a good time learning about the strange blonde, and he rather enjoyed her company a lot. So, I watched the last couple of fights you had. For some reason you really had doubt for the Uchiha boy. What was that about anyway? Well, Naruto said after placing the money on the table. I hate Sound Shinobi so much. Long story short, they were the one that gave me the scar. Orochimaru minions, the ones with the seals, they are the one that I hate the most. And I didn't really like Sasuke that much anyway. There was always an underlying animosity, but seeing him using that damn seal, it pissed me off. I couldn't take it. Who uses something that a pedophile, S-rank ninja give them anyway? That really isn't the smartest thing you can do. Temari laughed slightly. True, I thought he was a genius. Yeah, I guess, but they threw that term around a lot in Konoha, I swear. Every year another genius get rolled out of the academy and get picked as a second, fourth Hokage or something. It's ridiculous. Temari had a smile on her face as her check and cash were taken by the waitress. Well then, what about you? What does that make you? You're better than anyone our age. Well, I wouldn't call myself a genius. I actually had to train my ass off to get where I were, and I'm still not where I'm supposed to be. And there are some dangerous people in the world. I made some powerful enemies I need to prepare for. Well, I know you'll be ready when time comes to fight. You're a strong person, Naruto. Thank you, Temari-chan. That means a lot to me, Naruto said. After a short walk, as Naruto brought her back to her house, even getting a kiss on the cheek, as he bid her good night. Naruto smirked all the way back to his room where he sensed someone present, as he saw Gaara sitting in the chair in the corner of the room waiting. Uzumaki. Hello Gaara, what are you doing here? What's up? How was your evening with my sister? Gaara asked. As Naruto felt sweat run down his forehead. It was great. Temari-chan was awesome. We had a good time. As he saw Gaara staring at him intensely. Gaara nodded and made his way out of the room. As he stopped at the door. Uzumaki, if you hurt my sister, I'll kill you. Not Shikaku, me. As Naruto blinked, did Gaara just pull the protective brother card on me? Nah, I must be sleeping or something. As Naruto pinched himself, ouch. Seems I'm not sleeping. Well, hell must be freezing over. The next day Naruto received the scroll. As, with his mission completed, he bid the siblings goodbye at the gate. He shook Gaara's hand, bumped fists with Kankuro. He got a hug and a kiss from Temari. As that last one made him fluster a bit. As he spread out a goodbye, as Temari simply chuckled as he headed off. As Naruto took off to head for his next assignment, little did he know how personal this next one would be for him. Time skip. Naruto finally arrived back home. As he went to the tower, he saw Shizune running around with a frantic look on her face. Shizune, you're moving kinda fast this morning, aren't you? Is there something wrong? Naruto asked. You look like you barely slept, if you even did at all last night. Naruto-kun, thank goodness you're here. You got done fast, whatever. Tsunade-sama needs you now. As Shizune grabbed him and shoved him into the office and shut the door before he could even speak. Damn it, Naruto said as he rubbed his arms. As he reached into his pouch and pulled out the scroll. Tsunade's head snapped up as she just noticed Naruto. Naruto, she said. Yes, it's me. Are you and Shizune feeling okay, Bachan? You never call me Naruto to my face and you're both freaking out about something. Tsunade grabbed Naruto by his cheek and pulled him halfway over the decks, scaring the crap out of him. I need to go back up a team now. Now? Damn it, I just got back. What is it and who am I going to meet up with? As she released him. I know it's sudden, but I send out a group of genin to retrieve Sasuke Uchiha from a group of sound ninjas that take him to bring him back to Orochimaru. As Naruto's face became impassive, did he leave with them or did they kidnap him? We don't know, but either way we can't let Orochimaru get the Sharingan. That would be catastrophic for Konoha, she said. I'm sorry to send you out as you just come back, but your next mission will be a retrieval to help assistant to Shikamaru Nara and his squad consisting of Neji Hyuga, Kiba Inuzaka, Choji Akamichi, and Rock Lee. Yes, Hokage-sama, Naruto said. Tsunade blinked in surprise. Pretty professional, Brad, she said. There's a time for being goofy, no isn't a time. I'll leave on your call. Go, and hurry and catch up with them. Orochimaru wouldn't have sent anyone weak to get Sasuke. I would send a team with you, but we don't have anyone in reserve right now. I'm sure you can tell because it's such a high mission being made by a group of genins and one chonin. As Naruto turned and started to walk away, wait, she said, as she threw a bag towards him as he catch it. Few soldier pills. Take care of yourself. Don't go overboard out there. And try to get them back alive. I'll send backup as soon as I can. As Naruto teared through Konoha like a blur, a stalker who was sitting by the gate saw the blur pass her. Naruto? Eventually Naruto came upon a clearing that looked like it has been in a battle, as he pushed forward. Meanwhile, Choji was at the end of his rope. After taking 2 of his family's secret pills, it still wasn't enough. This guy transformed. With those strange black markings, the guy was marching towards him ever so closer to end his life. Choji looked at the case that he had, the red chili pill. When I take this, it should be enough to finish him off. But afterwards, Drobo, seeing that Choji was about to take one of those other pills, he dashed forward, but before he could reach him, there was a slicing sound as he saw blood erupted from him. Choji held back on taking a pill as he heard a loud thud. Sitting up, he saw Naruto, as Naruto's sword was filled with blood. For a second there, Choji was scared out of his mind when he saw there was just the look in Naruto's eyes. It scared him, but Naruto's eyes softened. Choji, how are you feeling? Drobo was grinding pain. Good that you're here now. Naruto pulled out one of the soldier pill, here, as Choji took it, as he felt a rush of chakra fill his body. We need to take this guy out together. He's strong. Go and catch up with the others, said Naruto. But, he's strong, Naruto, I don't believe... It's not a problem, Choji, just trust me. They left him behind. The others must be strong as well. You need to go and get the others back up. I'll be there as soon as possible, okay? Choji looked at him, are you sure? As Naruto gave him a smile, I'm sure. As Choji headed off, Drobo picked up himself fully as blood was leaking from his chest. You pathetic trash, he said. You think that just because you replace a fat one, it's gonna make a difference? All of you are going to die. I wouldn't call anyone fat if I was you, Chubbs. But, there is something that is picking at my brain. Do I know you? All of you brats are going to die the moment I activate Orochimaru's stomach curse seal. Naruto's eyes went wide. Curse seal? Curse seal? Curse seal? It's them, kid, said Kurama. Oh, so you're one of those son of a bitches who cut me up all those years in the land of sound. Drobo studied Naruto for a second until he noticed a scar. He then burst out laughing. You! Huh, still a pipsqueak as you were back then. Huh, and that, it didn't heal too well, did it? I only saw you a bit without your mask after it was cut through. But that bright blonde hair, and that was the same part that you were sliced in the face. It's you, isn't it? Still that same little blonde pipsqueak. You know, I'm kind of glad that you find it funny. That your lost thought could be something pleasant for you to enjoy. Because now... Oh man, Naruto said. Huh, you do remember what happened last time, do you? Well, last time I was being hunted by a group of sound ninjas and you all got a drop on me. And after I killed those other sound ninjas, I was a bit exhausted from the battle, but it was still 5-on-1. But this time, a sick smile came on Earth's face as he blurred away. Drobo cried out in pain as his body started to get slashed. He tried to use his enhanced strength to punch Naruto, but he couldn't, seemed to be seeing him quick enough. As Naruto was dashing past him, slicing up his body, Drobo collapsed down after a while, breathing hard. This guy. But Orochimaru-sama told me that I would be able to squash all of these Konoha garbage. As Naruto dashed towards Drobo. No you don't, Drobo says. He pulled back his fist and thrust it forward. Drobo cried out in pain and agony as Naruto ripped right through his arm. As the arm dropped on the ground, a thud. As Naruto drives his other sword in Drobo's arm and started to stomp into Drobo's face. So, Naruto says he ripped out his sword, Drobo holding out in pain. Any last words before I send you down to hell to let the devil rail you? It doesn't matter, Drobo said. You may have beaten me, but everyone on my team is stronger than me, and they also have this curse mark. A wicked smile emerged on Naruto's lips even more. Your team. So, it was those 5 that faced me off back then, wasn't it? Yeah, and they're gonna enjoy tearing you to. Naruto burst out laughing, but it wasn't a kind laughter, it was sick and twisted. As Drobo felt scared, he felt like he was looking at the devil himself. As pain of agony and cries could be heard. Moments later, Naruto's jumping from tree branch to tree branch. As he was singing, "Oh no you don't. Sucker tried to play me, but they never pay me. Oh no you didn't. Payback is coming. You'll be running forever. Oh no you didn't." He kept on repeating that over and over. You didn't pay me what you owe me, so now you're gonna be over with it. As Naruto started to think about how he was dominating all of them until that white hair guy with bones appeared. He willed all of them to activate their curse seals and all of them started to overwhelm him. The white hair guy even sent bones at him. As Naruto was hopping and thinking about that, every tree branch that he was jumping off of started to snap. Oh no you didn't, he said. First you tried to trap me, then you bust a cap in my ass? Oh no you didn't. Such a humiliation would bring annihilation at last. Oh no you didn't. As he trailed the scar over his eye, as Naruto clenched his fist so tight blood started to leak from his palm. Oh no you didn't. It will be delicious when I get vicious. Oh no you didn't. There is no second chances. I'm gonna be burying your asses. Oh no you didn't. Naruto started to shiver in anticipation as he sensed multiple chakra signatures up ahead. As you remember, he was a bloody mess. He pushed so much of the Kyuubi chakra into his feet as he was running. But now, oh no they didn't. As he kept on running from tree branch to tree branch. Kyuubi, chill the hell out, Naruto said. As it wasn't Naruto singing all this long, it was the fox. Naruto was thinking about what happened in the past. Well, he was singing the first part, then the fox started to sing it along. Sorry kid, but I wanted this to happen for a long time. How lucky you are for it to just drop right in your lap. You need to give that old hag a big bottle of alcohol when you get back for this one. As Naruto saw Neji and his opponent up in the trees, it was a guy with the 6 arms. Nah, Naruto said, this one wasn't the one I want to see first. It's that guy with the bones. But I guess I should help Neji out, Naruto said. As he went around, Naruto went straight up in the trees. As he pulled out a kunai and added wind chakra to it, he placed a well-placed strike. As he pulled back his hand and thrust the kunai forward while going through hand sign. Wind release. Violent wind palm, he said. Kitamari didn't even know what hit him, as Neji saw it. As the kunai tear right through the back of his skull and burst through the front. Booyah! Headshot, Naruto said, as Neji looked up. I'm surprised. I didn't think that you would sneak up on someone that strong. I'm afraid you're leaving out the part about how sneaky I am, Naruto said, as he jumped down. Thank you for keeping his distraction though. Have you been fighting for long? No, I don't think we're too far behind either. I assume you defeated Choji's opponent for us when you let him go after us. As Naruto motioned for Neji to follow him as he took off into the woods. Moments later, they found Shikamaru and Choji. What happened, Naruto said. As Shikamaru was surprised Naruto was here as Choji told him, Kiba and one of those sound guys, they jump off the cliff. Neji, go find Kiba and help him out. He and Akamaru wouldn't die after something like that. Just follow the river. Neji nodded and jumped off. Okay, said Shikamaru, but another guy arrived and took Barrel away. Rock Lee was fast enough to get away and give chase. Please tell me, White here. Weird marks on his forehead. Yeah, how did you know, said Shikamaru. Oh, don't worry, I'm just good like that. Teo was getting pissed at all the talking going on. Hey, what are you three dumbasses doing over there? Wow, still a dirty mouth, Naruto said. Her eyes squinted, as she remembered because he did kick her ass wickedly in that fight. She was the first one for him to properly beat the crap out of. She raised her finger. You son of a bitch! Why the hell are you here, she said. Oh, I'm here for payback. You know, to kill all of you. And I'm backing these guys up. Unlucky for you, isn't it? You backed the wrong horse coming to Orochimaru. But you're not the real issue here. Your bony friend is. None of you are getting past me, she says. She started to play her flute, as Naruto noticed Shikamaru and Choji were falling for it. But Naruto vanished. Teiwaya was wheezing out as a fist planted into her face. Naruto drop kick right into her head that sent her flying off a tree branch. As Naruto wasn't even a chance for her to activate her seal, as he started to pummel her face in with punches. As he knew that the others couldn't break her genjutsu as easy as he could, so he started to beat the living crap out of her. As Naruto pulled the flute away from her and stomped in her face. As he moved his foot, her face was met with Naruto blade touching her nose. If I even feel a chakra spike, I'm gonna cut things off. So, chill out. Does this make you feel like a man, you dickless, blonde-haired bastard, she said. Do you like what you're doing to us? As Naruto cold, uncaring glare landed on her. Well, considering what happened, I think sweet vengeance is necessary. For you, I need something from your team, and you're gonna be the one lucky enough to be chosen for that. Now, prisoner say what? What? Said Teiwaya. Naruto smacked her across her head with the blunt side of his sword as he pulled out some ninja wire. As he tied her and turned to Shikamaru and Choji. Take her back to Konoha and lock her up. I'll go after Rock Lee. The guy that he's chasing is stronger than all of them combined. Oh, sorry, kind of running your show here. You're the lead of the squad and everything. Choji walked over as he picked up Teiwaya's unconscious body and placed on his shoulder. Well, you were promoted before me, only if it's like a week or two. And you are stronger than all of us. You go and finish your mission. Neji will find Kiba and help him, and we will return back to Konoha. As Naruto saluted Shikamaru and dashed off. Naruto stopped in the forest as he saw Lee doing well against Kimimaro until Kimimaro started shredding with his bones. As Kimimaro was about to finish off Lee, Kimimaro had to jump away as a brutal sidekick nearly take off his head. As Naruto landed right in front of Lee, it looks like you're still the best one out of all of them. The rest of them didn't dodge my attacks. Don't compare me to the trash that precede you. I am Orochimaru's former choice for a vessel, said Kimimaro. Former choice? What happened? Did he come a little hard in you and destroy a couple parts that he really need? Kimimaro eyebrow twitched as Rock Lee stood back up. It is good to see you, Naruto-kun. This opponent is most vexing in combat. Hey, fuzzy eyebrows. Good to see you up and about it. Wait, where's Sasuke, Naruto asked. That is what I find truly strange, Naruto-kun. Sasuke emerged from the barrel not too long ago and then started to laugh rather unyouthfully. When I thought he would turn back to Konoha, he just kept on towards the border. I'm sure if Sasuke pulled out that seal, Lee can still beat him. Lee, go and get Sasuke. I'll handle this guy. We have a bone to pick with each other. No pun intended. As Lee saluted Naruto and head off into the forest. I remember you, said Kimimaro. You're the vermin from Konoha who was trespassing in Orochimaru-sama lairs years ago. I will now rectify my mistake of not finishing you off for my last act before my life is over. As Naruto looked at him, you're dying? And killing poor little me is the last thing you want to do before going? Well, I already killed two of the others. The other one is being go back to Konoha as a prisoner, and the other one is probably getting killed as we speak. So, it will be only justice if I kill you. I still wish I could take a slash at that cross-dressing piece of crap. Killing those people are none of my concern. Orochimaru doesn't have need for weak tools like them, who can't even accomplish one single mission. Well, I guess he won't be missing you, because if losing to me is making you weak, then you're gonna be a useless pawn really soon. The two of them rushed in ferociously and started to clash their blades against each other, Kimmaru using his bone sword, as they start to move in a ferocious dance. As Naruto created a multiple of clones, as Kimmaru was overwhelmed as these clones were going in ferociously, but they all started to pop as bones exploded all over Kimmaru's body. It was like a buzzsaw as Kimmaru just drifted through all of the clones. As Naruto noticed the last of clones getting dispelled, as he readied his own body for combat, Kimmaru came in as he spun wildly towards Naruto. But Naruto kicked him right in the open space and started to slash at him wildly, slicing out some of the bones. As Kimmaru rushed out at him and started to attack ferociously again, as Naruto had to jump back as Kimmaru nearly pierced him right through his knee. Kimmaru kept spinning low, coming at Naruto at a low game. As Naruto waited for the perfect opportunity, as he brought up his leg, flipping over Kimmaru, knee bone, as he drove a kick in Kimmaru's face that snapped his head back. As Naruto applied a great portion of chakra to his feet, as he brought it down to crush Kimmaru's ribcage, but Kimmaru's ribcage captured his leg. Naruto tried to pull his leg free and ended up making eye contact with Kimmaru. "Dance of the leash," said Kimmaru. As Kimmaru rolled over, Naruto winced out as he digged right into his ankle, one of his bones. Naruto rolled out of it as he limped away as Kimmaru rolled after him, destroying the ground coming towards Naruto. As Naruto quickly went through hands and released a burst of wind that forced Kimmaru to jump away. Flipping back, Naruto landed on one leg as he shook his leg. By the time he did that, the Kyuubi chakra already started to pump as he then stood back on his leg, already fully healed. "You're a bastard, you know that? With your bones and your stupid bone defending crap." Even though he sounded angry, Kimmaru couldn't even find one angry look on Naruto's face. He was just so focused. He fired bones from his fingertips as Naruto blocked all of them with his blade. As Naruto then rushed at Kimmaru and pulled a kunai in his other hand and gripped it reverse as he went to attack. Kimmaru was shocked at Naruto's vicious nature of attacking, as he was flipping the weapons from one hand to another and started attacking ferociously. As Naruto brought up a random axe kick that slammed into Kimmaru's shoulder. As Kimmaru was unable to keep up with Naruto's strange attacking, as Naruto pulled a kunai and threw it up in the air. As Naruto was fighting and knocking the kunai up in the air with his sword and still fighting Kimmaru, as Kimmaru had to keep an eye on the kunai and Naruto in front of him moving viciously, as he had to look up in the air every moment. As Naruto then fired off the last kunai in his hand, as he knocked the kunai in the air and drive down Kimmaru's chest. Naruto then sent several kunais stabbing right in Kimmaru's chest. Jumping backwards, Kimmaru pulled up his body. "That was a rather vicious attack you used. If it was anyone else but me, they would have died. But as you can see, my bone, my Keki Genkai, made my bones very dense, and none of them went under the ribs." As Kimmaru pulled the kunais from him, several deep gashes, but none of them too dangerous. The black markings started to surround Kimmaru as he knew he has to do this. Things were getting really too dangerous now, with that strange kind of fighting that he couldn't keep up with. "You know, Bone Guy, I was waiting to fight you, seeing that you were the main catalyst to how my skills went down the drain. If it wasn't for you, Jerry would have never found me, and my memories wouldn't have been sealed away, and I would have been a top elite right now. But because of you, piss ass, bitch of a pedophile and ass, that is the way I am right now." As the orange chakra started to swirl around Naruto. "But it doesn't matter because you're a loose end to my life that I need to tie up." As Naruto's fangs came out, his claws extended. "Now, albino boy, come on. Show me what you got," Naruto said in a demonic voice. As the both of them leaped forward. But guys, I'm the end of this episode right here. Remember to stay in tune for what if Naruto was born in the Uzumaki clan and enjoy. But I'm out for now. Peace.